Sheriff Dodd from Gilbert waiting outside to see you. He's been here since early this morning and is very insistent.
Swearing Sheriff Dodd, the one on TV? No. Hi, Sheriff. Just talking about you. How are you?
Governor, I know I'm way out of line coming up here like this, but before you close down the chicken ranch, I wanted you to know all the facts.
Well, I haven't made that decision yet.
Oh, good.
My agent's still working on that.
Well, the chicken ranch has been in my county since before I was born. Its doors have been open to soldiers and presidents and farmers, even governors who can remember what a great institution it is. I've known Miss Mona for 12 years. You're never gonna meet a finer woman. She never refuses a charity. The whole town likes her. Hospital fund, new swimming pool, even the little leaguers. She bought them uniforms so they wouldn't have to play in their overalls.
Well, I wasn't aware of her civic generosity.
Those girls out there have never caused any trouble to anybody. They're healthy, tax-paying, law-abiding citizens who supply a demand and provide an economic asset to the community.
Whew. Yeah, Earl. You ever think about running for office? Huh? Why, I swear, you make that whorehouse sound like a damn non-profit recreational facility.
Join me right now in welcoming Burt Reynolds to Cinema Showcase. Burt, once again, it's very good to see you.
You too, Jim.
We haven't had a chance to talk publicly since Sharkey's Machine, and I want to tell you publicly what a superb film I think Sharkey's is, and I think that movie's going to be around 25 years from now.
I hope so. I just cut the film for airlines. I'd been away from the film for now 4 or 5 months or something. And I was amazed at what a good film it is. I mean, I was so close to it and worked so hard on it every single second. But looking at it again, I was pleasantly surprised. And I made it a better film because I was away from it long enough to make some cuts that needed to be made. But it's actually a more powerful film now that I've had a chance to be away from it.
I think one thing that must have been kind of gratifying to you is that a lot of really tough critics liked the picture.
Yeah, very much so.
How do critics generally affect you? Do you pay that much attention to them?
No, otherwise I'd quit the business. No, I don't. I can't. I mean, I can't let it affect you.
Can they serve a constructive purpose, in other words, in any kind of situation?
I don't know. You know, I've been in films that Smoking the Bandit was a very badly received film critically and made more money than any film I've ever done. Starting Over and Sharkey's had the best reviews I've ever had, and they were successful, but not nearly as successful as some films I've done that were absolutely killed by the critics. I think that where you get, where critics can really help is if a film is a little low-budget picture that doesn't have any stars in it. They can save the film and bring it up, you know, where it'll play in one theater for a year or something. I think like Diner is a good example. It's happening now.
Exactly. Since you have directed, did that give you any more of an insight into the problems a director has to go through?
Oh, yeah. I have great sympathy for the director, much more after I directed the film. And I learned how to really come with my bag of tricks, but not to throw them out all around the table too early. I think a director, it helps a director to feel that he's, you know, controlling the situation, and it can be real overpowering sometimes when an actor comes in and just in 2 days you find everything he's going to do, and then on the third day he's got nothing left. Yeah. You can learn so much from directing a Charles Durning, or I directed Myrna Loy and Pat O'Brien and Brian Keith and Victoria Gosman. When you direct those people, you better have your act together.
Absolutely.
And it was terrific for me.
One thing also that pleased me so much about Sharkey's is that it's a very personal film, in that I think we can look at it in the next film you do as a director and discern a Burt Reynolds style as a director.
Yeah, it was the first time that I tried to get a style. I mean, I tried to not put my signature on the film and do Sidney Furie shots, but I did try to have a style of some kind, and I felt the film was a very down film. By that I meant I wanted to show the underbelly of Atlanta and at the same time show that it was a very cosmopolitan city like Chicago. And I think I accomplished that.
You did. Your new picture, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas, I think works wonderfully. It is a lot of fun. When it was first announced that you and Dolly Parton would co-star in the picture, everybody said, you know, what a wonderful idea. It seemed like a natural. And the pleasant thing about it is the chemistry paid off. It's right up there on the screen.
Well, we always knew that would happen. I mean, if they captured the relationship that the two of us had before the film started, we knew it would be joy. There would be a real sense of joy about it. And it wasn't hard. I mean, I wish I could say that I had to work real hard to make it work, but I didn't. I didn't have to do a damn thing except just bathe in the sunshine of this lady and react. Not act, react.
I know it's happened in the past that you have had to work with people with whom you haven't had that simpatico, hasn't it?
Oh, yes. Yes, I worked with some that were real mean. But I don't know, film is strange. Sometimes you look at films and you say, oh, we can actually see you falling in love with that leading lady, and if they only knew the truth. You're just trying to get closer so you get past the body odor. Some of them were not real nice ladies, but I've been lucky. I'd say 90% of the leading ladies I've had have been sensational people and wonderful, wonderful actors. And the exceptions to the rule, I don't think you can tell when you look at the film.
Yeah. That's a mark of a good actor.
Well, I don't know if it's a mark of a good actor or somebody who's trying to stay alive.
Singers have often made albums of songs they wish they had sung. Do a couple of roles come to mind that you wish you had played?
Yeah, but there's no possibility that I could have played those parts because the actors that played them are dead, and the films are long ago. So the next question is, why don't you do a remake of those films? And the answer is, you cannot remake a classic.
Let's say, though, you were around in 1939. Would you have liked to have played?
I would have liked to have played in the Bringing Up Baby and His Girl Friday, and Key Largo, African Queen, Casablanca. I could go on.
These are all
for days.
minor films, too.
I know. You see, that's why you can't remake those.
Yeah.
See, the trick to remaking a film is to try to find a bomb and remake that, and nobody gets angry at you. And the chances are of a picture failing are so much larger than a film that was a big success.
Would that make you still a little wary of doing a remake or a sequel of Gone with the Wind, even though everybody says you're perfect?
It never happened, Jim. Clark Gable is alive and well every night when you look at him on the movie.
Absolutely. Burt, I'll look forward to seeing you in Atlanta, and come by the studio and we can chat for a longer period of time.
Is my poster up yet?
You not only have one poster up, you have 10 posters
I'll
up.
be by.
Okay. Thanks, Burt.
Thanks, sir.
Well, howdy, boys. It's good to see you. Nice to meet you. Come on over here. I'd like you to meet my girls.
It's just a little bitty piece and country place. Nothing much to see. No drinking allowed. We get a nice quiet crowd. Plain as it can be. It's just a really sweating old-time country place. Nothing too high tall. Just lots of goodwill and maybe one small thrill. But there's nothing dirty going on. It's just a little bitty piece of country place. Nothing much to see. No drinking allowed. We get a nice quiet crowd. Plain as it can be. It's just a really sweating old-time country place. Nothing too high tone. Just lots of goodwill and maybe one small thrill. Just lots of goodwill and maybe one small thrill. Just lots of goodwill and maybe one small thrill.
But there's nothing dirty going on.